What's up, heroes? It's Dan here from HeroAcademyFitness.com, and today we're going to talk about the deadlift. And here's some Hero Academy lore for you. This is actually the second deadlift video I shot because I disliked the first one so much I had to redo it. You will never know what was wrong with the first one. So, let's go ahead and talk about the deadlift. The deadlift is a barbell exercise, obviously, and it is the exercise that's going to allow you to move the most weight, typically, out of the major common barbell exercises out there, like the squat, the bench, the row, yada, yada, yada. The deadlift biomechanically will allow you to lift the most weight, and it is also my favorite lift. So, the deadlift is a full body exercise. It's sort of a leg exercise, but also sort of back exercise, also sort of a core exercise. The only thing it really doesn't work is like your upper body push muscles. Like you're not really going to be getting much in the way of deltoid or pectoral or tricep engagement. In fact, you shouldn't be engaging your arms at all. We'll talk about that in a second. When you are setting up for the deadlift, the first thing that you want to do is step up so that your feet are about mid-foot under the bar, meaning you want the bar to be, if you're looking straight down at your toes, just behind your toes, all right? Next thing you want to do is you want to flex your knees just a little bit, but not like bend them. You want to flex them just a little bit, and then you want to bend at the hips until you can grab onto the bar, like so. Once you are able to grab onto the bar, you want to just bring your shins forward until they make contact with it, and that is our setup position. Things that you want to focus on once you get into the setup position before you start the lift. First off, you want to make sure that you are pulling the bar to your shins, all right? You want to think almost about like pushing your shoulders down. This isn't a pull the bar with the elbows. This is a pull the bar by like flexing your lats back here and pushing it back against your shins. You want to think about compressing your entire upper body down towards your hips. You want your lats to engage. You want to make sure that your shoulders are down, not shrugged up. You want to make sure that everything is kind of compressed down into one tight little bundle, all right? Next thing you want to think about is no flexing your arms at all. Your arms are ropes. Your hands are hooks at the end. Whether you're doing a double overhand grip or a mixed grip, all right? You want to make sure that your hands are just hooks. That's their only purpose. Their purpose is to grip the bar. Your arms are just ropes. Their only purpose is to be suspended from your shoulders. The entire lift is performed by your legs, your core, and your back, okay? When you begin the lift, and I'm saying this before we start, you want to think about pulling the bar and having it right up your shins, okay? You're going to go through two phases. One is where you're breaking it off the ground, and two is where you're standing up with it, okay? And we're going to talk about those in order. So, once again, set up. I'm going to slightly bend my knees so that I can hinge over, get the bar, and then from here, shins touch the bar. Now I want to do what's called taking the slack out of the bar, which means I put enough tension that you can hear. Here, I'll be quiet for a second and see if you can hear it. Hear that? That's the sound of the collars going up against the weight. You want to do that to start, okay? You want to make sure that that bar has already made contact with the weight plates and you are starting just ever slightly to apply pressure to lift them off the ground. All right, so we go down, we grip, we take the slack out, and then from here to come up, all I'm going to do is I'm going to push with my legs to push the floor away from me. I'm not thinking about pulling with my arms, I'm not thinking about pulling my back, I'm thinking about push the world away, all right? So we take the slack out and go. Now, as we come up, you want that bar to ride your shins, okay? If you're wearing shorts, you might want to wear tall socks or even put shin guards on. That's actually a thing, all right? Now that we have reached the top, we want to go back down again, and as we go, we're going to engage the drop by dropping our butt back, okay? Butt goes back first because you want the bar to go straight down. You don't want to have it ride down your thighs and curve out around your knees because your knees are already bent, all right? Drop the butt back. And then only when we pass the knees do we start to really bend the knees to put the weight back down to the ground again. In order, when you're coming up and going down, you want your knees and your hips to kind of come in line together at the same time, okay? So here are your knees, here are your hips. You want them to go and come in line right at the end on top of each other. You do not want your knees to come in and then your hips to come in. You do not want your hips to come in and then your knees to come in. That would be very difficult to do anyway, especially on the way up, all right? So you want them to come in line at the same time. When you're going back down, you want to make a conscious effort about initiating your hips first, because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to start to squat down and that bar is going to get trapped on your knees, okay? So again, we're here, we go down, grab the bar, stand up, rides the shins, straight line up with the bar, and then as we come back down, we drop that hip back, straight line back down again. Notice I don't have to have the bar swing out around my knees, and you'll see that in the side profile that we'll put in here. You want to have the bar go straight up and straight down the whole time. So, that's the deadlift, plain and simple. Okay? There are plenty of other things that we can focus on, but right now I want you to think about a couple of things. First off, straight arms with hooks. Second off, compact upper body. And thirdly, push the world away. Don't stand up and pull. Push the world away with your legs and have your hips and your knees finish at the same time. And then the exact inverse. Drop that butt back, and then you go down. That's it. So, if you have any questions, please post them down in the comments below, or even better, go to our Discord channel or Facebook group. If you are learning this exercise for the first time, absolutely visit the Discord channel or the Facebook group. Make sure you upload videos of yourself doing this exercise so that we can tell you if you're doing it right or wrong, because I would say out of all exercises, this is probably the easiest one to hurt yourself on if you do it wrong, okay? You don't want back problems. Done properly, a deadlift will prevent back problems for you for the rest of your life. Done improperly, it could cause them. So make sure you go ahead and upload videos. Do not feel self-conscious. We were all beginners. We all started somewhere. We are more than happy to help you with your form. Make sure you are doing things correctly and not hurting yourself. So that is it for the deadlift. Thank you for watching. As always, remember to live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome. Bye-bye.